Hey guys, how's it going? So let me just get straight to the point. Purpose of this video is to talk about the upcoming Paint Cult 2024 classes just outside of Houston in Rosenberg, Texas. I'll put a little screenshot of or a clip of what's actually going to take place. There's a ton of classes from beginner airbrush class, advanced airbrush class. There's going to be a portrait airbrush class, pinstriping, body repair and paint, graphics, lowrider graphics, tons of experienced and amazing artists there to teach you. So when is it? It's next month, March 13th through the 17th at the Rosenberg Fairgrounds, just outside Houston, Texas. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself, as I will be one of the instructors for the basic beginners airbrush course, which I'll go over some of our goals that we've kind of decided that we want to help new students or anybody that takes this class really on what they should expect and what our mission statement is going forward with the class. So myself, I've been airbrushing, I don't know, a lot longer than I should be, uh, for my for being self-taught. I'll probably it's been at least 10 years. Roundabout guess, it's been at least 10 years, probably a little bit longer. Um, so how I got into it, I was working part-time in another industry, and it involved using Cerakote and some other coatings, and I really started to enjoy it, but I didn't feel challenged enough, and I wanted to be able to get into like more detail type stuff that I just wasn't getting with a mini paint gun. So I fooled around, picked up an airbrush off one of the tool trucks. I think it was like Matco maybe, and started messing with it, and just kind of looked up some different things. Maybe picked up a few books here and there, and just kind of studied it a little bit. And I remember seeing a Mike LaValle um, video on his True Fire, and I thought, golly, I really would like to do that. At the time, True Fire was kind of still big. I mean, it's making a comeback. It's still pretty big, and if you can do a real fire, True Fire look, and do it good, and it's a money maker. So anyway, I got it. So I started getting into it. And I was picking it up, and I was like really enjoying it, and I was just watching videos, and I was going by myself. I was learning by myself. I was picking it up, um, and I started doing artwork. Uh, then the Tumblr craze kicked in, and the opportunity was there again, um, to start painting tumblers. And I just remember the first one I did while I picked it up. I said, "Man, you know what? How awesome would it be to just mind screw somebody and have a realistic wood grain tumbler?" And so, bam, I did it. Next thing I know, I'm wood graining everything just to get better at it. I did my truck. I started doing different things, um, and it took off. I mean, I was started making some decent money doing tumblers, and my style always had evolved because it wasn't set really like what I wanted to do. Um, so I started focusing on different things, and each year I started putting myself out there to be like, okay, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. Skulls, fire, um, Now it's more excuse me, portrait style art. So again, going through all this being 100% self-taught, as in never taking any type of formal airbrush to classes, teachings from anybody other than Professor YouTube. So why do I feel this class is important? I think the main reason is there is a struggle when you're beginning if you don't quite understand how it works. Not that it's a very hard piece of equipment, but to a lot of people, it can be intimidating. So what we plan on doing is going through the breakdown procedure of an airbrush, how to disassemble, how to troubleshoot, and then the other I think one of the main things that gets people frustrated is the paint consistency, um, and the reducing of paint, how to get it to flow right. And that's something as you evolve as an artist, you kind of play around with. And some people have their different reducing uh, ratios and how they want their paint to flow to their pressures on their airbrush on the compressor, which we're going to go over that too. Um, there'll be 4 instructors with me, and I'm going to put the information for that class in here again. And so, learning and taking some kind of formal class will greatly increase the speed in which you pick up a skill. This is what this is. Airbrushing is a skill, and it is a fantastic and fun skill to do, even if you're doing model art or you want to start getting into different styles of art from automobile graphics to portrait art, canvas art. If you want to get into doing um, just art for like maybe duplicating floral arrangements. Um, the sense of pride when you take something and you look at something and you're like, oh, I want to duplicate that in my own style, or you have a very creative imagination and think like, wow, I want to take this out of here and put it on a canvas, as in whatever canvas. It could be an aluminum panel, it could be a skate deck, it could be the side of a vehicle, it could be a motorcycle helmet. Um, I've done all these things, and that's the beauty of it. Airbrushing, you don't have a set backdrop on what your paint's going to go on. You can do wall murals. Uh, Again, vehicles, motorcycles, helmets, skate decks for wall art, uh, panels, aluminum panels, canvases. It is a great thing. It gets frustrating as a beginner if you're trying to do it yourself. So again, that's why I say this is a great opportunity with some fantastic instructors and artists who've been doing it for a long time, who know some of the sticking points, the frustrations, and because they've been there, can work you through it and help you get past them where you don't have to frustrate yourself. And that may be what saves you from giving it up. Frustration tends to make people want to stop. It's not fun. Why are you going to keep doing it? So our goal is, like I said, is going to be the basic operations of a airbrush, how to tear it down, how to troubleshoot, why your paint's not coming out, reduction ratios, how to mix your paint, how to get the flow, what you want to look for, general air pressures to set it at. And again, that's something once you get started, you're going to change that to fit your needs and how you airbrush. You can line up a bunch of airbrush artists in a row, and I bet you the majority of them might have their own little idea on what they want to set their pressures on, the types of equipment they've used. from compressor to the airbrushes, the brands, the needle sizes, what the different needle sizes do. So that is our goal. That's and with this class, you're also going to have um, two projects. We'll have a panel, and then we'll have a skate deck, which is yours to take home. So our goal is to walk you through in the beginning the function and be familiar with the airbrush. Then we're going to go over um, kind of different textures and how to get different textures for backgrounds, or even on your subject matter. If you're doing maybe skin tone, there's different techniques on how to get the skin tone to give it a more realistic look, so it's not like a magazine airbrush look. Um, Rock textures, hair textures, ideas like that. Good stuff to get you started, so that once you leave this class, you're gonna pretty much be getting ready into the intermediate level, if not intermediate, understanding of the use of an airbrush and how to progress your art, and how to go from a basic, maybe laying down a stencil and spraying it, and there you go, to being able to sit there, take a creative thought, put it down on something hard, paint it using different types of techniques, from freehand to using freehand shields to maybe stencils to using any type of material to get what's in your head out on the subject matter that you're painting. So it's going to be a great, fantastic class. I'm looking forward to it. The price is probably what a lot of you are going, what is it? Okay, so it's $500, which is an exceptional price for a 4-day class with the knowledge that you're going to learn from it, which is also a discount from what the class started out as. So that's good for you. So hopefully, if you have any questions, drop it down in the comments. I plan on dropping this on all of my different social medias at War Paint Customs, on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, all of them. Spread the word. If you know somebody that's like, man, I would really love to airbrush. Whoa. Now you know. Now you know where to tell them. Send them over to paintkult.com. Check out the information. PaintKult also is on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, your big ones. Um, Watch it on my page again at Warpaint Customs. Um, so hopefully gets a little bit of motivation, and look forward to seeing all y'all that decide to want to take this class and learn from us. So, all right, again, rock on.